How do you raise your game? Tiny tweaks create big impact. That's how you raise your game. You cannot raise your game if you are not raising your capability. So this whole notion about breakaway is about how do you raise your game? How do you actually change your ability? Not in a huge way, but in a small way. But in a small way that makes a big difference. So execution excellence in sales, execution excellence in marketing, execution excellence in research. Those are the things that will make us a great company. But never forget this. Organizations don't perform. People do. And so if we are going to be any good, it is up to me. And so I don't want you to forget that. So let's talk a little bit about breakaway. I'm a big believer that in the first 3 chapters of my book are all about mindset. And thinking like a customer, to me, is a mindset. Now, it's a mindset that I came to in 1984 after reading a book that I thought to myself, my gosh, I never ask customers what they think. Maybe that's a big idea. And so I did. I started asking customers what they think. It took me 1 year to ask the greatest question ever created in pharma. Of course, I'm biased. I think it's the greatest question asked in pharma. But it took me 1 year to learn how to ask this one question, to actually get customers to tell me what they thought. And if I can't get them to tell me what they think, I'm not going to be successful in selling. Now, how important are beliefs? Beliefs drive your behavior. I'm saving money for my 17-year-old to go to college. Okay, I'm 68 with a 17-year-old. You may applaud. I also have a 42-year-old, so, you got to spread them apart. And another belief that I had, my first outside sales job, I was selling for Lipton Tea in Jackson, Tennessee. And after 9 months, I quit because I couldn't get out of the car and call on customers. You see, my basic personality is introversion. I've trained myself to be extroverted. I'm basically shy. 60% of Americans say they're shy. And so I wasn't able to be great at selling. In fact, I didn't even get back into selling until I listened to Fred Herman give me a definition of selling. And the very first chapter in my book, which I think is the thing that probably Day resonated with, was what is selling? You see, because when I thought selling was me trying to push my ideas and my products on you, I couldn't do that because that's not consistent with who I am. That's my belief. But when Fred Herman said selling is 2 things, number 1, selling is teaching. In every successful sale, some education takes place. I learned something I didn't know before. Now, he goes on to say, well, who are the best teachers you ever had? They weren't people that lectured to you, right? Now, what do the studies show? The studies show that if you ask customers say that 95% of salespeople talk too much.